This is me definitely hoping that my husband does not text me about Chipotle like he did last time I tried to film. That would suck. And I definitely don't want that. So today we're going to be taking a look at a bravenly hen. Bravenly is founded by Aspen Emery, and she was part of the corporate staff when I was in Itworks, and so she left. I think some time went by, and then she made this company. It's an MLM, obviously. What else would I be talking about it on here? I did do a shallow dive on this company. If you want to check that out, I'll link it at some point in the video, or you can just go search it up on my channel. I think I stumbled straight into some tea, some drama going on within maybe this team I'm suspecting. I don't really know what it's about. I wasn't able to find anything about it. I'm not going to reach out to these people because it really doesn't matter, but it starts like this. This is how I found this. You say I'm unethical because when I asked, I tell the truth. And I say you're unethical because when you're asked, you don't. We're not the same. My first thought was, oh, did somebody call her out for being in an MLM? Because those are super unethical. But as I watched more, this is from her story, and obviously I have her blurred out. I think it was within the team. I don't think it was a hater, an anti-MLM hater. But while she has the words on the screen, she's taking her bravenly products. If there's anything we know about MLMs, it's when these hens are filming their story, it's product city. They'll take anywhere from like their favorite two that they combine and everything just tastes so delicious and magical to like maybe close to 10 products. And I used to do it too. I don't know if my old videos are out there on social media because I know Facebook did something with old lives and I think it deleted a bunch of them. And I have a lot of them private because they are embarrassing. See, when you start off like that, I was just like seeing what's going on in the MLM world because while I'm getting my bachelor's, I feel like I'm a little bit out of it. So if nobody's sending me content, I'm like, what really is going on? I need to go seek it out and figure out what is the latest and greatest.
Here's the deal. I've got a goal to hit, and I am sick and tired of mean girl shit. And I'm not giving any more of my energy because I know that I am a person with high moral and high integrity and that I did everything right. And I met with Thomas and I gave up my founder's position at my other company and my founder's pay and my founder's perks, which allowed me to do Bravenly. And
But wasn't that just because when they went from MLM to affiliate only, everyone lost it? What does it mean if you gave it up if they're the ones in control of it? I'm a little confused there. And having a founder's position in an MLM, I truly want you guys to understand, cannot be worth losing your reputation just as a person over what my hair gets absolutely no volume. Absolutely none. Thin hair. Thin hair club over here. There is imagine you finally wake up, you leave MLM, even if it takes you a long time. It took me years. But you can't take that to a job interview. And if you think you can, please, even if you think it's a good idea, even if you're watching this video like Melanie, of course I'm going to say that. Don't. I'm begging you. I'm begging you not to. Just, you'll be glad that you didn't say that when you eventually are out of MLM. And that kind of like the brainwashing that goes on in MLMs, once that leaves your system, you're going to be like, God, I did not humiliate myself. Because really, you're not a founder. You're just because you're one of the first distributors, you're not a founder in the way the person who started the MLM is a founder. Is my mic recording? It is. It's going to be a good time.
I know that I'm building my business ethically and morally, and that's all that matters. So
it's not your business. I feel like that can never be said enough. I think it does get a little repetitive. But it can't be said enough because you never know when it's someone's first time watching your video, and then if you don't call it out, what if they just happen to like never hear it be called out? I don't know. But you can't do an MLM morally and ethically. That's just not how that works. Those two things do not go in the same sentence. Let's talk about why are MLMs unethical? I'm so glad you asked. Have you ever seen one of your friends on social media who's in an MLM and they start posting things that are not, like, they don't talk this way, they don't act this way, and eventually, and you make the mistake of liking a post, and then they hit you in your DMs, and they're like, "Hey girl, I saw you liked my post. Would you like to try my X, Y, and Z or join my team? Of course you would. It's so amazing." You're like, "This is not my friend." And maybe in recent times they were going through some sort of hardship. Maybe something happened. They're having a hard time in college affording books, and it's really stressing them out. Their grades are stressing them out, and they don't have time to work because school is so time consuming, especially if you're full time. And the MLM came in to save the day. That's, I would say, is a pretty good reason why it is unethical, because it comes to save the day when people are in times of hardship, and it actually doesn't do that. It doesn't save the day. We're going back and forth about Chipotle right now. Should we get it or not? I love when he brings me food. What it really does is provide you a toilet for you to put your money in and flush it down. All the while, you're grateful for the opportunity to flush your money down the toilet, because every month you have website fees, product fees. Oh, but neither of those are required to run your business. When I was in, technically, you could call in every order and every enrollment for people on your team. Technically, you could do that. Is that absolutely insane because our customer service was complete ass? Yes. So people are going to pay the money for the fee. And then you're buying your product. Oh, but how are you going to sell the product if you're not a product of the product? Oh, but we just launched these new products. You want to be the first one so your audience sees you first so you get those sales. Hello? Oh, but you're just shy of your rank advancement, and really you only need like $400 more in orders, and you really can't afford that, and you really don't want to tell your husband about it, but maybe you place that order anyway so that you keep your rank even though it may or may not be reflected, and you get that money back on that paycheck. And it can only go downhill from there. Why do I think that? Because these MLMs are not teaching you money saving tips. They're not teaching you how to file your taxes or if you need to be setting aside for your taxes. They don't really teach you that. And they're also not completely transparent before you get into the business. And it's also not your business. They can quite literally get on their computer, get into the system, turn off your account. You're done. You no longer exist. Or they can go affiliate only in a matter of months, in a matter of weeks. They could do it tomorrow, actually, because they don't know you. They don't owe you anything. Do I think ethically they owe you like better treatment and better pay? 100%. 100%. They're not going to do that though because it's an MLM. Can I say something shallow for a minute? I blur the MLM people out, but when I see someone who is so fucking pretty, this girl literally looks like a beautiful butterfly. Like you could just make content without the MLM. Like you realize people watch it just because you look nice, not because you're selling the MLM. I don't think most people in your audience are even interested in that unless they're connected to the MLM in some way, shape, or form. I'm gonna do a product counter, and I think I'll also do like a health or medical claim counter, because when I just screen recorded this yesterday, and I was cackling. I cannot wait to giggle about this on my channel by myself in my office, which is a little bit cringe that I'm in here acting like I'm talking to you right now, and you're probably watching this. You could be watching this a month from when I find it.
I'm ever in this industry. I am 4,600 away from my next rank. And I don't know if we'll be able to do it between today and tomorrow because I just don't know. But I'm going to try. And if you want, you can help me. So if you want more energy, these two, okay, so you can tell I love Blue Raspberry Rush. That's my favorite because I only have one left. Actually, I do have another bag, thankfully. These, if you want clean energy, so no like zippity doo-dah feeling and then feeling a crash later, you may want strawberry. It's strawberry coconut, which is something I think that you need to make sure that you like coconut if you get the strawberry, or you can get the blue raspberry, which is my favorite. If you want the best night's sleep at night, Drift. It is the most
It's backwards. And I didn't see all the letters, so my brain just goes to dirt. It's a bag of dirt.
I got a jar of dirt. I got a jar of dirt. And guess what's inside it?
I think I went through some of these products, but let's go through Bravenly Drift. I want to see what the ingredient is. I want to see if there's melatonin. Or is this just magnesium? They're chocolate magnesium. Am I right? Calcium, magnesium, Bravenly nootropic proprietary blend, coconut powder, L-tryptophan, ashwagandha, GABA, chamomile, psyllium husk, and melatonin. Wow! And this one is $70 for 20 servings. You can find all these things. I'm not shaming being a supplement person. That's completely fine. Does it get out of hand real easy? Because if you're not getting tested, like your blood tested and the levels of everything in your body and whatever, you don't really, I feel like you can't say for certain what your body is lacking that you need to supplement for. Magnesium you can find at Walmart, melatonin you can literally find at the Dollar Tree, GABA you can get that somewhere, ashwagandha you can literally get that at Walmart. L-tryptophan, eat some fucking turkey before you go to bed.
Decadent, delicious hot cocoa takes away your sweet cravings, but it also, for the first time in 20 years, I'm sleeping without a pharmaceutical medication.
I can understand not wanting to be on pharmaceuticals long term, but switching over to something that has melatonin in it, I am not a medical professional of any way, shape, and form. But I do know that melatonin is not something that you should be using long term. I think it's also kind of weird that they don't say how much melatonin is in there because usually if you're going to buy melatonin or you're buying a supplement that happens to have melatonin in it, they usually say like 1 milligram, 2 milligram. I think there's even 5 milligram melatonins, but this one doesn't say anywhere that I can see how much is in there. And I think that would be important to know because people give MLM supplements to children. Not all of them. People, not everyone's crazy. I wouldn't even say that most of them are doing that, but people in MLMs do give certain supplements or products to their children. And that's a choice. And what if people are giving this to their kids and they don't know the dosage and they don't really care about the impacts it could have on their kids because maybe they just don't know or they don't care. And so that kind of comes into my head too.
That is life-changing. Along with calm, do I have calm right now? I probably need some. We also have hydrate.
You don't need an electrolyte supplement from a freaking MLM. Literally, you know how many times I've found them on sale or on clearance? That's when I buy that shit. Or I go to Aldi, or I've even ordered the ingredients in bulk and made it myself. Especially when I was breastfeeding. I'll just make it myself because it was cheaper than buying it in like the pre-made stuff. It's not that hard. You just find a recipe.
Favorite flavor. So my favorite flavor in Hydrate is actually on its way, the strawberry kiwi, but it also comes in lime and it also comes in mango. This has magnesium in it, sodium, which helps keep your fluid levels, at proper function, potassium for your nervous system, L-theanine, that supports mental focus, valine for muscle endurance and muscle growth and heart health, leucine that supports muscle strength. So people love this. So if you are drinking a hydration drink, you will love it. But again, strawberry kiwi is my favorite.
Yeah, we're going to find out how much it is because I don't remember off the top of my head. Oh, I forgot. This is the company that has their stupid layout. I hate it. Okay, it's all the way down here. You can get it in scoops or sticks, and it has like the same amount in each one. $59.99 for retail. So typically in MLMs, that's if you're just buying it one time, or $53.99 if you're a VIP, which is typically an auto ship. And they're not as flexible as Amazon. And that's for most MLMs. Usually they will show you whatever the retail price is if you want to make a one-time purchase. Or if you want to be like a regular customer, they have some fun name for their company that is just disguising the fact that it's an auto ship. But Bravenly, oddly enough, I cannot find a way to be a customer with Bravenly that doesn't require paying the $9.99 to be a VIP customer. So is there only one option if you're going to buy from Bravenly? Like if you're not going to order from an in-person distributor, is your only choice to pay the $9.99 on top of your products? That sucks. I personally would not be interested in that, mostly because I would never purchase from an MLM. But I wouldn't be, even if I was, the $10 on top of that is kind of weird. And why can't you just buy the products a few times with an auto ship like most MLMs. Like, what is that? What's the corporate blah, blah, blah for that reasoning? Because that's kind of sounds shitty. I think when I was in an MLM, if they tried to pull some shit like this in the company I was in, I would be pissed. And I think a lot of my customers or future customers would be scared away by this. Like paying $10 on top of shipping, on top of your products that I feel like are overpriced, it would be a no for me.
Guess what? Bravenly has a pain cream, and there are patients with the C word. I don't know if I can say that, but that have a lot of pain.
You really shouldn't be saying that. If you're thinking, can I say that? And it's something like a medical claim. If you're going to say it anyway, you could do the bare minimum of this is not medical advice. I cannot verify that this is true. This is just somebody's anecdotal story. You can go to CVS or Walgreens right now, and get pain creams. You don't need to buy one from an MLM. And you can buy ones if you want one that's on the crunchier side, because I have seen people say that it's naturopathic. Their products are naturopathic. On what planet? On what planet, actually? For poo-poo powder sticks. Give me a break.
I actually don't have pain. I used to have a lot of pain in my like head, neck, and shoulders, but since I got my breast reduction, I really don't have much pain. But if you have pain, this relief soothing cream, I have heard amazing.
What's in it? We're gonna find out right now. Menthol. Wow, I wonder if there's any other popular brand that has menthol in it with the same claims. Menthol essential oil blend, wintergreen, eucalyptus, aloe vera, and then there's extra shit in there. It's a bunch of cooling shit. And to me, I don't really find that the cooling stuff actually works. It's not my favorite. So I would not purchase this. I would never purchase from an MLM again. But even if I would, and I kind of knew the ingredients in there, there's nothing magical. And for $62.50, and that way you won't have to pay shipping and deal with convincing another person that it was absolutely worthless to you and it didn't work. You won't have to deal with that. You won't have to be gaslit as a customer. It will be a lot simpler. Well, you'll just eat the cost. And what is the roll-on stuff? Like $10 max? I'd rather do that.
Amazing things about. One thing that I love is that there's only 10,000 Bravenly consultants in the world. So you are at a basis of opportunity. And that is the time to join a company with that amount of consultants for sure. And we have a group on Facebook. It's called if you haven't joined it yet, go join it. You'll see there's 100.
I wonder though if those people are just the reps making the posts though. You know what I mean? I'm not going to join it to find out. I'm not going to do that, but I think it would be fun to know for science and research. I would think it would be fun to know if they're in the group, how many of those people are regular customers, not reps or ex-reps, just regular customers. Are those 23 posts a day average? Are those actually customers? Because like, I want to know. Or are they reps making posts like, what products are you using today? And it's like an engagement post. It's not like the regular customers making posts in the group.
120,000 customers that are sharing their feedback every day. And what I love about that group is knowing, because I know people are like, oh my gosh, it's all consultants in the group. No, it's not. There's only 10,000 consultants. So there's 120,000 people in that group that are literally sharing. They're posting their before and afters. They're posting their testimonies. They're writing.
I also want to know if some of those people are potential customers or people that get on calls with, or people who are in their wire market and they're like, can I add you to the group? We're doing giveaway. And then they beef up the group that way. I'm just curious. I just want to know, because I know some of the shady shit that goes into getting people into these groups to beef it up and get interaction. And it's not as genuine as it may seem. He's getting me Chipotle. Of course he is.
Some people will sometimes say like, oh, I didn't really like the taste of this. Like, it is all real testimonials. Most people love it.
Who also wants to bet that the comments are like, were you using it correctly? What did you mix it with? Because when I have it every time, it tastes delicious. I love it. I'm saying that because I know what it's like to be in groups like this. And the whole time they're choking it down or they don't even drink it.
So go to that group and you'll be able to see what Bravenly is doing for people. Back to my, I have ADD, so back to my thing, back to everything. We have Brew Extreme. This is a functional mushroom coffee. To be honest, I started out taking this, mixing it with my gold every morning, and it was delicious. But I can only do so much caffeine because I wasn't a caffeine drinker before Bravenly, but I am enjoying the 40 milligrams of caffeine that I get from my Rush every day. And there's caffeine in Ignite, which I'm going to talk about. Ignite is for focus.
And I'm making you guys listen to this whole thing because we need to stay tuned for the fucking medical claims.
And there is 90 milligrams of caffeine in each one. I take 2 in the morning, and I'm prescribed Adderall. I do not take it anymore. I'm prescribed, like, I have ADHD.
What did she say this is? Ignite. And now she's not taking her Adderall. Could it be, number one, because maybe she didn't need to be on it and realized that? Maybe there's a refill issue because I have heard people having trouble getting that refilled because of a shortage. B6, B12, choline, calcium, magnesium, chromium, and Bravenly proprietary blend. None of this seems like exclusive, amazing. You need to get it from this MLM. That's just me. That's just me looking at the ingredients list. I'm not super blown away or impressed. Maybe you're having a hard time affording what you're getting from the pharmacy, so you might be tempted to try something like this. But I would encourage you to talk to your doctor before you just try a bunch of shit. If you were prescribed Adderall, like, you maybe shouldn't just be like willing it with your supplements, especially if you're combining supplements with pharmaceuticals.
Like, you wouldn't believe. So I'm prescribed 60 milligrams a day. I don't take it anymore because I don't like the way it makes me feel. Like, it makes me like clench my jaw and like just too much. This is like the perfect balance. It's also great.
Is she talking about 60 milligrams of Adderall a day? She went from 60 grams of Adderall. Yeah, I can understand. I can understand that being a lot. Now, that could be completely helpful for people regulating themselves. How did you get to that high of a dose? Like, I have so many questions. So many questions that I don't actually need to know, but in my head, I'm just like, does this all add up?
For an appetite suppressant, and it helps balance your mood.
Well, so will a cup of regular coffee can help with your appetite suppressant. Not because I'm a doctor or anything. It's literally just as simple as a Google search, or you can find out for yourself.
Adapt. Again, the functional mushrooms.
You can get functional mushrooms at Walmart. You can get them in pill form at Walmart.
It really helps your brain, like overall brain health. Some people find that it chills them brain out a little bit, that they take it at night. But literally, just like ChatGPT or Google the benefits of functional mushrooms.
I would Google it, and I would not listen to what the AI thing says that first pops up, because AI is not perfect, and it is sometimes not great for certain things. So I would try to find something just a little bit more reputable before you just put a bunch of stuff down your throat.
Mushrooms, and you're going to want it. Then we have Burn and Burn Extreme. And Burn Extreme is a GLP-1 activator. It's also a thermogenic. So it will help to burn your fat. It has berberine in it. So Google the benefits of berberine, and you're going to see for yourself.
You can get berberine at Walmart or whatever fancy natural health store you have.
And then Burn is great for blood sugar support. Someone like me that has PCOS, it is like impossible to shed weight. And it's partly because when you have PCOS, your body kind of acts like it's diabetic, even though it has nothing to do with my pancreas. I'm not diabetic, but it has something to do with polycystic ovarian cysts on my ovaries that trick my body into holding on to sugar in different ways. So regular Burn's great for that. Then Drive for your hormones. If you're a female, you have hormones. And
you know what? That's true. If you're breathing, you have some sort of hormonal function. But I don't think that just taking a supplement for your hormones specifically makes a fuck bit of sense. Because if you have not had your hormone levels tested, you don't know if you do or don't need any sort of hormonal supportive supplement. And your doctor, even if you don't want to I don't want to participate in big pharma. Even if you don't, can help you navigate that world and try to find something else, something similar, something to try at least. And they will know because they know your specific medical situation and can give you better catered advice than somebody who simply at the end of the day looks at you as a sale. They don't actually care. I promise. Like maybe if they know you in real life, but they don't care. They care if you are a reputable customer and you're benefiting them somehow. Because I don't want anyone watching a video like this and then thinking, wow, I do feel so hormonal throughout the month. I got news. Every week for women is different. And you might feel a little batty sometimes, and that's okay. That's okay. If you're flying off the wall, talk to your doctor. You might feel a little batty, a little silly. Be like, why am I crying about the duckies on the side of the road? Why am I crying watching the quail try to jump up on the side of the curb to get to its mommy and its friends? Why is that upsetting me so much? Why I want to go help him, but I don't want to touch the birdie. But that doesn't mean that your hormones need help or your hormones are out of whack or you need to take a supplement. There are probably so many other things, talk to your doctor, that you can do to help your hormonal situation if it needs it.
This has helped people with menstrual pain. It has helped people's just menstrual cycle, all in all. For me, I do things so that I don't.
We're just claim after claim after claim. I tried to curl my hair, you guys, and all the curls are right here. So it's like I have a helmet and then it's like, what is this? This is not a look.
I don't get that, monthly friend, and I have hormone issues. I've always kind of had hormone issues. Having endometriosis, PCOS, like my hormones, I've tried everything. I've tried bioidentical hormone replacement therapy, the creams, the pellets, the everything. They didn't really do much of a difference. My hot flashes have gone down severely.
So she didn't do well with her ADHD medication, but the random bravenly product is working. So we went from 60 milligrams of Adderall to none. Great plan. And then her hormonal therapy wasn't working, but this product from Bravenly is helping. Okay.
So I strongly, strongly, strongly recommend this bad boy right here. We should call her a bad girl. She's a naughty girl.
Please don't. I feel icky now.
Then we have Balance, which this has 50 fruits and vegetables. This is our greens. And I personally love fruit, but I'm not great at getting my vegetables in. If you're someone that loves the taste of greens and you love the taste of greens that taste like greens, then you may not like this.
Go get the pre-cut fruits and vegetables. Get a fucking party platter of pre-cut vegetables for your lazy ass and just pick off that all day. I used to do it all the time. That's why I say that. I'm the lazy person. And I would totally do that now. It's going to be a lot more satisfying. You get to eat again. You could even have a dip with it. It's going to be so much more fun and you can make it so many different ways.
It may be too sweet for you. It has 2 grams of sugar, so it's not crazy or anything like that, but it tastes like berries and it is delicious. Now I have friends that are super health nuts and they're like, oh, it's a little sweet. And I'm like, well, that's because you love the taste of greens. But if you don't like the taste of greens and
it's a little sweet, well, that's because you love it. That's because you love it. Gaslighting the customer 101. That means you love it. If you feel like it's a little sweet, you love it. How does that add up?
want to get your fruits and vegetables in, this is for you. And as you know, I'm never going to lie to you. And
you can sit there and say you're not going to lie. But when you're in an MLM, I feel, because of my experience and the experiences I've heard from others, this is the lie. This is the lie right here. This is what really happened. You're over here. That's where you go in an MLM. You go over here or you're right here. You're never over here in an MLM. The side of inexplicable truth. You're not over here. You're nowhere near it. You're here. And we always have an MLMer in some company that claims to be right here. That I'm so transparent. They're really just right here too. with extra words.
I'm never going to sell you something that you don't need because
That's always what you're going to do in an MLM because nobody needs an MLM product.
am a moral and ethical person.
I'm a moral and ethical person. You know, I think everyone likes to think that about themselves, that they're moral and ethical. The problem is that morality and ethics are relatively subjective, meaning it differs from person to person or group to group. And when you're in an MLM and you make the claim of I'm a moral and ethical person, that's why I say you're over here. Blatant lies or the gray area, the really dark gray area, or the truth is over here.
If you need more caffeine than 40 grams, like if you're a caffeine drinker and you're drinking coffee every day, like I was not, then you probably want the Rush Extreme, which comes in great for pina colada. This has 135 milligrams of caffeine instead of 40.
Yeah, so why not just go get an energy drink from the store that has vitamins in it and a lot of similar ingredients that these MLMs tend to push, like there's something special, like they're not already in products or supplements you might already be buying.
Hey, up close and personal. The yummiest gummies I've ever tasted. I like have these when I need a little sweet treat.
I have my supplement gummies when I need a sweet treat. Please do something that brings joy, not that. That is so sad. Like, I get wanting to be healthy, or like maybe you're doing some sort of diet. Like, why not have some sugar-free jello or something? I don't know. I guess $55 retail, $49 VIP. I mean, I guess if you want, because it is just a sweet treat at the end of the day. It's like the beginnings of a multivitamin, and then they're like, but we have Japanese knotweed leaf, amafruit, horsetail, glycine, L-lysine, L-proline, silicon dioxide, grapeseed, and papa.
They're collagen boosting gummies. They're watermelon raspberry, and I love
What kind of a fuckwit flavor combination is that?
them. I was addicted to them too. What else do I?
Whoever that is, you know what? Probably he's not. Probably he's not, because then wouldn't they be gone?
Oh, gold is over there. Gold is so delicious. That's our most popular selling product. I should have led with it, but instead I'm ending with it.
Yeah, this My Green Farm Organic Golden Milk Powder, and it has turmeric, ginger, black pepper, cinnamon, cardamom, which is the general idea of drinks like this. Like, those are the founding fathers. Make it into soup, sauces, or even sprinkle on vegetables to spice up your cooking. No thanks. No thanks. It's giving Octavia derogatory, not complimentary.
You want gold for inflammation. It will change your life. It will help with pain. Let me tell you more stories. Okay, Bravenly Gold. I highly recommend when you get it, order the sticks instead of the bulk powder, because the bulk powder can be like a little bit messy because turmeric is just,
Turmeric. I've never heard of that one. It just gets a little bit messy, so I would get the sticks. Yeah, who doesn't love wasteful packaging? Anytime something comes in like a little jar, I like to say that if it's a good container, like if I can reuse something, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. You might look at my house and be like, there's a lot of trash. Reduce, reuse, recycle. 99% of my glasses are pasta sauce jars.
just don't want to be yellow. This has turmeric and apple cider vinegar in it. Again, this is so delicious for inflammation. I mix it with milk. Some people mix it with almond milk, oat milk. You can put it on your sweet potatoes. If you don't love the taste of it, some people mix it with juice. I'd say 90% of people absolutely love the taste of gold. 10%, maybe it's not their thing. It kind of tastes a little bit like snickerdoodle. So they'll try to put it in like a juice. But
it tastes like snickerdoodle, like the kind of cookie. But you're going to put that in your potatoes. What else did they say you can do it? Like, no, thank you. I value myself. Mix into soup, sauces, or even sprinkle on vegetables. Have you ever wanted snickerdoodle flavored vegetables? Well, here's your opportunity, folks. And the flavor profile is going to be turmeric apple cider vinegar, black pepper, and cinnamon. I would be guessing that those are the strongest flavors in there. Yeah, go put it on your vegetables. Let me know how that tastes.
Most chances are you're going to absolutely love this. And my friend's husband could not bend down for years. They had like that thing in their house that helped you pick something up. He can now touch his toes. Also, he had extreme ringing in his ears, and that's gone now, because this just helps so much with.
What is the claim here? Do you hear yourself at all? Or do we just turn those ears off so we can make a sale? I'm going to go with she turned her ears off so she can make a sale, because this is the first time I heard her say this. But I later found that she's been saying this. Take a look.
One of my best friends, her husband, was not able to like bend down from a railroad accident. So in every single room of their house, they had one of those like picker upper things so that he could pick things up off the floor. Like 3 weeks on Gold, he was able to like bend down and touch his toes. Also, ear ringing. This stopped his ears from ringing. So Gold, like inflammation affects so much. Gold can help with that. So please consider this. This is the best product you should.
If you needed an accessibility device, throw it away now, because now you'll be able to touch your toes. What?
Inflammation causes so many problems. So everyone should at least try Gold. We also have Bravenly Fit Fuel. This is a
Yeah, nobody find out the cause of the inflammation in your body with your medical professional who knows your specific situation. Just start throwing supplements at it and see what sticks. That's the logic here.
protein, but it also has colostrum in it, eggshell membrane, which helps to support the skin, gut, and health. And it also has collagen in it for, healthy skin, nails, bones, joints. And so when people aren't able to get their protein in, you can throw a scoop of this in your coffee or your drift or your hot cocoa or your brew, and it'll just help you get your protein in as well as your collagen and your colostrum. So it's like a 3-in-1. So if you're one of like the 100 people that are messaging me back and forth about the products, if you can order today, I would be so thankful, because it will matter and help me. No pressure. I totally understand if you can't. And I'm just trying to move on with my life and be happy. Gotten out of a very toxic environment.
For those of you that care, I added it all together, the products she mentioned in this video. So the retail price for all 18 or 19 products, since we're counting the column she mentioned but didn't show us, it's $1,409.26 for the retail cost. But if you are a VIP, and my understanding is that means you pay the $9.99 on top of your products, on top of whatever shipping is, it's $1,193.42. So that's not a big change in price. It's not a big enough discount to me. And if she was in Olive Tree People only earlier this year, spending that amount, even if there is like the 10% off discount, that is really alarming to me. And if I had done that in my MLM in such a short amount of time, that's saying like if she started Bravenly after Olive Tree People, which was earlier this year, that's only a few months to spend that kind of cash in an MLM, assuming she bought it herself from the MLM. That's concerning. I hope that she's not spending more than she's making. But yikes. All right, that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed hooting and hollering with me, having a fun little chuckle, because apparently this is still going on. We're still making medical claims. We're still acting a fool on the internet and just not batting an eye. Yeah, okay. I kind of thought that age was over, but it's not. And so if you liked this video, give it a little like poo. If you have commentary for the class, leave that down below. Don't go find these people on my channel and go have interactions with them and get sassy and harass them. Don't do that. Don't do that. And if you super like this video, share it with your besties and make sure you are subscribed so you get to see all of my videos. Thank you guys again, and I will see you in the next one.